to the next level.
So I'm watching these YouTubers and I'm getting frustrated. I'm watching these collectors selling all their stuff off, and it's like putting a square peg into a round hole, or in this case, putting a square crank into a hexagon hole. It just seems like more and more YouTubers are selling off their collection, and I think a lot of it's BS. So, is some of it true? Sure. Do some of them need a downsize? Obviously. Do some people, maybe they've gotten tired of the hobby, or grown out of it, or need the money? Yeah, I'm sure all those things are true, but a lot of it's bullshit. A lot of them were never collectors to begin with. A lot of them are not fans of gaming to begin with. They got in when the 2020 spike happened. They got in because there was money to be made. They are resellers, plain and simple. And there was the one guy who, I'm not going to call him out because I don't need the clout, but he's got hundreds of thousands of subs, and he's talking about how he got out of the collection. But here he is picking up more games. It's actually more than one person doing that. You sold all your stuff off, but here you are going to a store, going to a thrift store, buying more shit. Does that make any sense? Doesn't to me. Not only was he buying stuff from a thrift store, but he was gloating on the fact that, hey, I had beat this reseller too. First off, how do you know the other guy's a reseller? Second off, you're a reseller because I know for a fact that you've been selling on different apps. And I think at some point everyone has sold or traded off a game. That's just, if you want to buy another game, you need the extra money, or, you just, it'd be foolish. You're sitting on a, let's say you buy the game for 50, 60, 70 bucks, and now for whatever reason it's spiked up in price and it's just sitting on your thing, and you're like, I'm never going to touch this game again. Well, then why not sell it? Duh, that'd be stupid not to. So I get that. I'm not complaining about that. But these people that bought all these games, especially the retro games, the older games, physical games, and showing it off in their videos, and here's a tour of my house, and look at this, look at that, now I'm going to sell off almost all the collection, or all the collection. And then later on, some of the same ones, I'm rebuilding the collection. No, you're not. You bought all that stuff to resell. You got a good deal on it. You resold it. Now you bought some. Now you're rebuilding so you can go sell off some more stuff. That's all you're doing. Or you didn't even show us your entire collection, so you always still had some stuff hidden away in the back. It's like reality TV. It's not real. It's fake. It's scripted. Is some of it real? Sure. But a lot of it's fake. A lot of it's drama. A lot of it's just what they want to show you. And of course, you'll have these simps or these channels just thinking they can do no wrong, and I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm clearly jealous. No, I've got a sizable collection. I'm not going to say how many, but I've got a decent collection. I got what I want, basically. Is there some stuff that I wish I, could get my hands on, or that I never played or what have you, and I want to go out and buy physical? Yeah. Some stuff's just not even available digitally. So even if I wanted to try and buy it, you just can't. But I'm not going to spend some of the crazy amounts that I see for some of this product. But I'm not mad at it. If there's let's say a Sega Saturn game that is, fetching 800 bucks, I'm not going to be mad about it, because I'm more mad that you can't buy it digitally, that there's no new remaster or something to that effect. But I'm not ticked off because, this game that came out however many years ago is now rare, and or the people that have it are holding on to it, or they threw the copies out, or what have you, and now it's fetching some insane price. And no, I'm not going to be mad at that. I'm not going to be mad if somebody goes ahead and sells their copy for that price. If they can get it, knock yourself out. But don't act like you've gotten out of the hobby. Don't act like you've sold all your stuff off and that you're done with video game collecting, but you can continue to post on the channel. Because, that just makes sense, to make a second channel there, or just completely rebrand the channel. Don't worry about the metrics, because the audience will find you one way or the other if the content's good enough. And I always have that feeling. It doesn't matter what you post, when you post, how you post. They could care less. I wouldn't worry about the algorithm. F the algorithm. So either they're hoarders and they have a problem and they can't realize that they have a problem, or they're just full of it. I think it's the latter. And I don't care either way, but don't be fake about it. I don't like fakeness. I don't like fake people. I don't like fake videos or fake stuff for clicks. No, it's not my thing. Never was, never will be. with some of the larger, more expensive collections, you got to wonder what happens to you when you die, when you pass on. A lot of people, because we're all eventually going to die. I don't care how young or old you are, you just never know when's your time to go, unfortunately. There's a lot of ways to perish. So, this life is not infinite. So you wonder what's going to happen to your collection when you pass. Well, if you got a spouse or kids, hopefully they can get your collection and they can pass it along, or they can enjoy it for years, or they can sell it if they need the money, whatever, what have you. But a lot of the times, either A, you've got nobody to pass it down to, B, they don't care, and they're not a gamer themselves, so they're not going to do anything with that stuff, but either sell it, throw it away, give it away, or state sale's going to happen and they're just going to take everything and just sell it off. And which is unfortunate, because some stuff I think should belong to museums, and some stuff's really rare, and you just don't know what is lost forever. And I think it'd be cool to just pass it down, pass it along to somebody. But again, the younger generation, I don't think a lot of them are gonna even care. Even the gamers, they're gonna look at Super Nintendo games and what the hell is this crap? And I'm not hating on the 16-bit era. I'm just saying that a lot of kids that are into newer games, are into the Minecraft, into Roblox, into Fortnite, into whatever it might be, even not the free-to-play games, NBA 2K, whatever, WWE 2K, they're not gonna give a crap about these 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit, PS2, PS3. Some of them will, some of them won't. But I just think the further you get out from those consoles, from those old retro consoles, just a lot of people are just not going to care. We're going to be so into digital. We are already. But there still will be some people that crave physical, and there's still people I think going out and collecting VHS tapes. Why? I don't have no idea. But they weren't born when VHS came out. That's their thing. I don't know why they wouldn't watch it on a superior platform, but knock yourself out, whatever. It's kind of cool to see people collecting, vinyl, 8-track, whatever it might be, music, movies, games, doesn't matter. Action figures, just stuff before your time, before we were born. That I think is kind of cool. It's just something that we couldn't experience because we weren't born yet, and it's something that, hey, we have a love for the genre, we have a love for the hobby, we have a love for gaming or film, music, media, for physical. So that's awesome. And you're free to do whatever you want with your collection. And if you want to collect 10,000 things and have them all piling up, great. But hopefully you've alphabetized that son of a, because I just, I don't think it's good to be a hoarder and just have boxes laying around. You can't even walk around your house because you just got, even like shoes, and you just get, these boxes of shoes piling up, and you can't walk, and you can't invite company over because they're gonna break their neck. Nobody wants to come over because it's just too much crap in the way. So at that point, yeah, you're hoarding, and it's become a problem, and you shouldn't do it. But these fake people that are selling, like, I'll throw out one name. I didn't want to throw out any names because I don't want the clout, but I'll throw out one name. One name comes to mind right now at the end of this video, and that's Phoenix Resale. This fool, and I'm not jealous. I don't really care. You want to open up a game store? It's a stupid time to open up a game store. I think he's doing that just to get his hands on Pokemon product, because you need to have a physical store, and so he can, use that to resell that, because that's what's hot right now. I don't, or maybe just like have a little, more of a warehouse for his inventory, but it's not because game stores are making profit and it's a good business decision right now. The hell it is. That's stupid. Anybody can see that. But in his case, I mean, I just don't like. I don't care. You can make all the money in the world. I'm not jealous. Do your thing. I will celebrate that all day, any day. I don't care if you're making millions. That don't mean I can't make money, and I'm not gonna be jealous of that, because eventually, I think, I will make what I want to make, and it doesn't even have to be millions. I don't have that mindset. I Again, our life here is not just about making money. It's about the relationships we make, and it's about affecting people in a positive way, changing things for the better, and it's not all about money. Too many people are focused solely on money, and that's terrible. But that's a whole nother subject for another day. But back to Phoenix Resale. So he is, I think it's the Quick Flips channel or whatever he's got going on right now. But that's a store he built. Originally, he started with, oh, I'm building this GameCube Gambit, and I'm gonna collect all the GameCube game. Maybe it was N64. Maybe I want to say it's GameCube though. But whatever it was, it's like I don't know. I was a kid and I couldn't play these GameCube games, and I'm looking forward to amassing a collection. And it sounded great, and everybody's helping him get his collection, and probably sending him in free stuff. And then what does he do once he gets the whole collection, the North American collection? He goes ahead and sells it and flips it for profit. And I can't be mad at that, but I'm just saying, like, you're foolish if you donate to somebody like that. You're foolish if you don't think he's not in it for the profit. I don't even know if he's a real gamer. I highly doubt that. I'm not gonna say everyone that collects is not a real gamer, and I'm not gonna say everyone that flips or resells or is a reseller or owns a video game store isn't a real gamer, because there's plenty of those. But in his case and in certain cases, hell no, I don't believe he games. No, give him a quiz. I don't think he games. I don't think he games on anything. Anything. He might play. He might play a free to play game on his phone. You know, maybe he's playing Bejeweled or something on his phone. Maybe, I don't know. I even doubt that. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, I'm just here to say, watch out for these fake videos with these fake collectors who are in it just for clicks and views, the YouTube revenue, or in it just to resell their stuff and get profit, keep you watching. I think a lot of these videos where they go, "Oh, X game is hot. This is the greatest game ever made." Some of it's real. Some of it's memories from their youth, but other times it's just, "Oh, hey, yeah, this rare game here that's only fetching $5 right now. That I bought 50 copies of. Yeah, this is the greatest game ever. This is the greatest shooter. You got to go and buy this and check it out. And it's rare. It's hot." And then the price spikes, and then them and their friends collect all that revenue. So I just think you got to be careful. Some of it's genuine, some of it's not, and it's up to you to find out and figure out which is which. But I'm tired of these collector videos. That's the main issue. I'm just tired of seeing them. I'm selling off my collection. Um, why? Unless you are moving to another part of the country, and even then, you can pack up your stuff and it can be moved. Trust me. Um, it doesn't make any sense to me. Now, if you're doing it for the betterment of your family and yourself, then by all means. If you're doing it if you need money and you need bills or you've got cancer or something, I get it. I get it. Hell, sell everything tomorrow, because none of that matters at the end of the day. It doesn't. Your life's more important, and the quality of your life while you're on this planet is more important. And I wish, and it probably never happened, but I wish some of these collectors would come out and not come for me, because I don't want the drama. But I wish they would say, hey, this is the reason why I'm doing this, or this is the reason why I did that, or this is the reason why I went into a game store and bought. It's got to be an addiction, I'm thinking, or they're just fake about it, and they're always been a reseller. They got a good deal, and they're going to continue to resell. And some of them are quieter about it than others. To each his own. At the end of the day, I really don't care. But I'm just saying, stop with the bullshit. Be real. Stop being fake about it. So, with that said, you know what to do. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff. You can follow me on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you would like to call it. Twitch. I'm on YouTube, of course. And PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, all the same name across the board. Next Level Taken. I do thank you for watching. I bid you adieu. Hope you liked the video. Until next time.